Well, the rain is finally coming to Portland, Oregon, and yeah, we've been very dry here all summer, and now we're supposed to get a big rain coming this weekend, and so pulling all the tomatoes out. I still have green ones on the vines behind me in the garden, but yeah, those big green saucing ones, I'll let them ride and see what happens. I've pulled enough, anything that had any color on it at all, I've pulled. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see if some of those big green ones split. I've never actually had big tomatoes split on me with the rains. I grow a lot of cherry tomatoes and they just get ruined. They split and turn mushy and everything with the rain, but I've never had specifically that problem with the saucing tomatoes. But I haven't grown as many saucing tomatoes as I did this year, so this will be an interesting evaluation of what happens in that case. Also, unlike a lot of people who've been posting on Facebook and other places who kind of know what they're doing in terms of tomato gardening, and they've kind of turned off watering up until now. I haven't turned off watering, so I've been watering a couple times a week regularly around here anyway. So I wonder if that might make a difference in terms of my results with regard to whether the larger tomatoes split or not. I have no doubt that the cherry tomatoes will for sure split in this coming rain, but we'll see. This potting shed is a mess behind me here, so that's one of my projects for today. While it's raining heavy outside, I'm gonna reorganize because I need a place to store my tomatoes and my harvests, other than just the kitchen. In the past I've stored baskets and boxes of tomatoes in the kitchen and the dining tables and stuff like that, but inevitably some tomatoes start rotting and then they get on the kitchen counters or on the dining tables, and it's not wonderful to have in the house. Maybe attract fruit flies, stuff like that. So I'm thinking this year if I can set it up out here, that would be a better plan. So that's what I'm up to here. So I only grew one kind of bean this year. It's a purple bean. You can see it on the trellis behind me there, and I'm out here picking some off the vines. They were slow to come on, but as they have actually come on, they're now like pole beans will. They're every few days I've got more beans, just like tomatoes. And so I thought I had picked all of them that I would need to pick before the rain, and now I'm seeing some good ones out here again. So I'm out here picking more beans. These purple beans are fun. I don't know if all purple beans do this. All the ones I've ever grown, every variety I've ever grown of purple beans, you stick them in boiling water, they turn green. So that might be a fun thing for kids. But for me, I kind of like growing purple beans because they're easier for me to see on the vines when I'm going around picking. A green bean can kind of hide in the green foliage, but the purple bean doesn't hide as easy. It's easier for me to spot it and get it picked. Well, today is a perfect day to put my Brussels sprouts in the ground. I had planted the little 3-inch Brussels sprouts from cell trays in the ground directly, but I had potted up those same kind of Brussels sprouts into kind of 3-4 inch pots, and now they've been growing on, and so now I'm putting them out here. Yeah, I'd love to know what you think. Is it, we're mid-September and I'm putting them out into the ground now. They're a little bigger than just a typical start, but do I have enough time? Am I going to get Brussels sprouts this year, or are they going to overwinter and I'll get Brussels sprouts in the spring, or maybe none of the above? Maybe they'll just die and I won't get anything out of this exercise. We'll see, but if you have any thoughts about what you think might happen, let me know in the comments. So one of the new things I've done in the garden this year is grow black sesame, and I have this hanging up here to dry. The plan is to let it dry out. You can see the seed pods that are here. Let it dry out and then harvest the seed pods. I don't have that many stalks of it. It was kind of just a new thing for me, but I really liked the flower when it was in the garden, and so depending on how difficult it is to harvest, this could be a new kind of regular thing for me in the garden. Certainly I like sesame seeds and seasonings and things, so be fun to give it a go. Well, it's a rainy day here in Portland. Finally, we've all been waiting here in Portland, Oregon for some rain. And behind me here, what you see is a bed where it's indicative of what I'm doing these weeks in kind of mid-September-ish of planting planting fall vegetables, which is almost all in the Brassica family for me. So broccoli, cabbage, kale. That's what I've got interplanted in that bed there. I've left some winter squash in there to continue kind of ripening up a little bit until the vines are dead, and then I'll pull them out. But otherwise, yeah, I'm planting in and around it. All right, that's what I'm up to.